ready, set, hook. Today, we are going to look at a few patterns intended for the holiday season that you might want to start on now so you'll have those ready for gifting. I'm also going to take you on a virtual shopping trip through Premier and Herrschner's. Right now you're looking at me working on a granny square pattern that I'm going to be making into a top very soon. Of course, I'm doing this because today is International Granny Square Day. I hope you've hit like and subscribe. So let's get started. Hey buddy, welcome or welcome back. I'm Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets, and I want to say a very special welcome and hello to my returning viewers, my returning subscribers, and my returning friends, and a very special welcome and hello to my new viewers, my new subscribers, and my new friends. I appreciate having each and every one of you here with me today, and I thank you for your time. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have a bit of a routine to my videos. I like to start out with a quote of the day. I think it sets the tone for the video. I know it sets the tone for my day. From there, we're going to discuss what's in my cup. I'll give you a few quick announcements, and of course, then we'll move right into the topic of the day. And then, once I've discussed the topic of the day, we're going to have a virtual shopping trip. I will tell you right now, there won't be any crochet in this video. I am not feeling 100% my best today, and rather than belay all of this, I want to get as much information to you as fast as possible, which unfortunately also meant this is not a premiere, and I apologize for that, but I appreciate your indulgence. Now, let's get started with the quote of the day. Today's quote is by Max Lucado, who said, and I quote, "A man who wants to lead the orchestra must first turn his back on the crowd." I love that. I love that because it basically gives us permission to do our own thing. You see, many of us have leadership roles, whether we're the leadership in our household, at work, or maybe just in our own path through life. But whatever it is, when you're using other people's success or lack thereof as the litmus test or tape measure for what's working in your life, I can tell you that's not working for you. You have got to find the things that make you happy, inspire you, and motivate you to do what's best for you. As a mom, a business owner, a content creator, and a coach, every time I've looked at what others have done at a given point or how far they've gotten versus where I've gotten, I have found I've wasted time that I could have been using honing my skills, my craft, or making the strides towards what I want. Yes, I'm leaving the flub in. I'm YesMichelle. If you haven't met, sometimes I make mistakes. Anyway, I said all of that to say that I think I get the tenacity to do the things that I do despite what others tell me I'm supposed to do from the early beginnings of my childhood. I had friends who were doing things and going places, and I was honestly envious. We didn't have a lot of money, and the thing that sticks out most to me was all my friends had jelly bean shoes. Later on, it was the Dr. Scholl's slide shoe with the single band. And oh my gosh, they made the worst noise. But they were comfortable. I know, I got them as an adult, fulfilling a childhood fantasy. But what I found out was, despite the fact that my parents weren't right about everything, they were right about some things. Those jelly bean shoes, well, they made your feet sweat. and not smell so great. They were also not good for your feet. And those slide shoes, those Dr. So's exercise shoes, as they called them, well, the truth is, I can promise you, I saw so many of my friends fall dead on their rear end because they were walking around in those shoes and they had no practice with that sense of balance. I am so glad I missed it. Now, of course, as an adult, when I got the shoes, some things had changed. Like they added rubber to the bottom, which wasn't an original part of those shoes. So safety first, and the improvements came, but I'm glad I didn't have those things at the beginning. As a parent, as I wear so many different hats, one of the things I've learned is I can't measure where my children are, where I am, where my business is by the litmus test or the tape measure of other people. I have to decide what works for me and then move forward. This is how I show others to do what I do if they want to, or it's their time to do this in their life. That being said, that's our quote of the day. I hope it resonates with you and maybe gives you something to think about. Now, let's talk about what's in my cup. Like I said, I'm not feeling my best today, so I'm being a little bad. I don't have much of an appetite. Today's coffee is my Premier Protein Salted Caramel Shake in my regular percolated Cafe Bustelo coffee. A little bit of fake sugar and just a drizzle of my sugar-free coffee flavoring, but that's pretty much it. I'm taking it light and easy today because I just don't have a lot of appetite. So that's the coffee. And on to announcements. My announcements today are as they are most every time we talk. Happy birthday or happy anniversary if today is your special day. I sincerely appreciate having you here with me on your special day because it makes me feel pretty special too. So I want to say thank you. I also want to give you a quick reminder that I will not be here next week. I am moving my son back on campus. It is time to get back into the school routine. So that means a few changes for me, but it doesn't mean I won't be available for you on a regular basis. It just means next week I will be in motion and will not be able to drop a video. Because of that, I will try, no promises, to make a long music and crochet video to put up on the channel in its place. And I thank you for understanding. Now, let's get to the topic of the day. As you noticed from the thumbnail, today we are going to be talking about 5 different patterns that I think you might want to put on your hook this week so you can start stocking and front loading those handmade gifts that you intend to give away for the holidays. These are some really cool patterns, some easy, some are going to take a little bit of time, but all look like fun. And I am going to try to stick the pictures right over my shoulder so that you get a good look at them and think whether or not you want to add that to your hook. I also want to say I am excited about my background. I hope you're enjoying the new look. I want to try to upgrade and make things a little more polished because we don't get to spend as much time together, but I really want you to enjoy your time with me. So let's get started with those top 5. And mind you, there are other patterns. I will pepper them out as I see them, but these caught my eye and I want to share them with you. The first one, of course, is the Crocheted Snowflake Bookmark by Golden Lucy Crafts. And just so you know, not only is that picture going to be right here, I have all of these items linked in the description box. So if you see something you like, you got to get down there and see what's down there for you to grab. Now, that particular snowflake bookmark is super cute, but what I also noticed while I was looking at it is there are several other patterns. So if snowflakes aren't your thing, take a look around. Golden Lucy Crafts has a lot of really cool things to look at. The other thing on their page that I saw was this, the Melted Snowman Amigurumi. Now let me stop right here. Any of you who know me even a little know I am not an Amigurumi girl, but I might try this one. I will admit, it's so stinking cute, and it looks relatively easy and fun. And it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of complicated deviation and turns. It also looks rather fast. That works for my time schedule as of right now. Now, I saw that and it made me think of ornaments and things that I would want to make to add to decorations around my home. And that took me to this, which is the modern crochet Bauble ornament with beads. Now, I can't say that I'll be adding beads to mine if I make it, but Make and Do crew, they knew what they were doing. This is so cute and it looks pretty quick. So while I was in Make and Do crew's website, I also stopped and found this, which is the corner to corner Christmas stocking Grafghan pattern. This is one of 8 different squares that they put together in order to make an Afghan. And I think the quote that they had on the website was, the hope is that it's not so big that it takes over the sofa. But no matter what, even if you just want to make this and hang it as a mantelpiece or something to hang on your door or window, I think it's cute. It should be pretty quick. It looks absolutely perfect for even framing or gifting. Something just to add to a gift. Maybe it's a standalone gift. I can't tell you what to do with the things you make, but I think if you make this, you're going to enjoy it. Of course, you can make it as a standalone and then frame it out with corner to corner around it. Maybe you want to do the granny square pattern around it to shape it out and make it bigger than it is. Of course, today is International Granny Square Day, so I had to just say that. And finally, for my 5th pattern of choice was found on WeCrochet's website, and that is the Mighty Mittens. And I, again, will try to stick pictures here. Those are so cute. They look pretty easy and they also look very quick. And I will be honest with you, I'm probably going to be making a few sets of those, not as gifts for friends or family, but as donatable crochet items for the charities that I support. Those are the patterns that I wanted to tell you. I think you want to hook up on those for the holidays. I hope you'll consider them. And if you do, jot down in the comments below which one of them you might be hooking up. And go to the community tab if you make any of those and share some pictures with me over there. I'd really love to see them. Now, for the thing many of you come back week after week for, our virtual shopping trip. As you guys know, today I stopped over at Herrschner's and Premier, but I want to start with Herrschner's first because, yeah, it's Herrschner's. Why not? The Bernat Blanket Mystical Yarn is on sale from $9.97 to $10.97. It was $12.99. They also have the Lion Brand Mandala Impressions yarn on sale from $6.47 to $6.97. It was $8.99. And then, of course, I cannot talk about Herrschner's and not talk about one of their house brand yarns. Herrschner's Worsted 8 Holiday Sparkle Pack. A mouthful, but also a handful. I like it. Minus the sparkle. Let me be clear with you. I'm not a sparkle girly. I can't pretend I am. But for $19.99, I can get over the sparkle. Mind you, this was $26.99. So that's quite a steal and a deal. And from there, I went over to Premier, and I noticed that they had the L by Me Odette Bulky Yarn on sale for $7.19. They also had the L by Me Charlotte on sale for $5.59. They also have Minikins Chenille bag of 3 for $3.50. And finally, they have Sugar Sake, which is a super fine yarn, on sale for $4.80. Guys, I'm telling you, they've got some really great deals at both sites. But before I close out, I wanted to tell you again, it's International Granny Square Day. Of course, the month of August is all about granny squares. So my pattern spotlight for today, yes, you get a bonus pattern spotlight, is the in-between day. It's called Days in Between, or Days Between Blanket. Anyway, here's the picture. I'm laughing because, like I said, I am battling a headache and I'm not feeling that great, but I wanted to get this video together and get it out for you. So this is where we are. That is a super cool blanket, and I'm not going to be hooking up on it right now, but it is in queue because I gotta do it. With all of that said today, I hope you've had fun with me. I hope I've shared some things that inspire you to pick up your hook, grab some yarn, and make some things. What I also want you to do is make yourself happy. Do the things that inspire you and excite you and motivate you. Know that I love you. Know that I'm always here, except next week. I'm busy next week. But it doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. I will do what I can. I hope you do the same. Be good to yourself and somebody else, and we'll talk again soon. But until then, take care. Have some fun today. Bye-bye.